Rachel, thank you so much for joining me here at Tpot. We're at the first Tpot Train the Trainer programme at Champneys in Tring, and I know it was really important for you to join us so you could also share your story of journeying through cancer and presenting to a spa and being turned away at a time that you really felt you needed the benefits of touch and the power of touch the most. Would you mind sharing a little bit about that story with us?
Yeah, of course. Thank you firstly for inviting me to speak. I was diagnosed in 2013 and really felt I would benefit from a spa day, a massage, a facial, and was unfortunately turned away at the booking process because I was undergoing cancer treatment. I was turned away by phone. I found it quite hard. It's at a time when you just want to be normal, you just want to be like everybody else.
Yeah.
And I was turned away with a cancer label.
And you were trying to book in for a massage. It was a body treatment that you were hoping to experience.
That's right. And obviously, hands-on is so important. I would have benefited greatly from having a massage, which is a normal treatment that you couldn't have done any damage to me at that point.
Yeah.
It wouldn't have worsened my condition.
Okay.
It was just really important to me. And
what do you think the benefits would have been for you? What had you gone for the massage for? You'd hoped it would help you in which way?
It would have helped emotionally. It would have de-stressed me. I mean, the power of touch, the hands-on, I would have benefited so greatly from any treatment really.
Yeah.
Whether it be a head massage, shoulder massage,
just to kind of get the therapeutic effects of that at a time that it must have felt the world had gone crazy.
In a beautiful surroundings, not in a hospital environment or a hospice environment, very tranquil, with a sense of well-being. And
when you were turned away, you were given an option for alternative treatments, or just told that, absolutely, not at this period?
I was actually offered a manicure and pedicure.
Okay.
Which probably wouldn't have been the best treatment to offer me, as my toenails were lifting through chemotherapy and so were my thumbnails.
Right.
So I actually I hadn't lost my toenails at that point.
Yeah.
But they were loose and lifting.
Yeah.
So
some of the symptoms and side effects of the chemotherapy were impacting the only two areas that somebody would treat.
That's
ironically.
Right. Yeah, that's right.
Very interesting, isn't it? And so what did you do then? You were turned away. Did you seek treatment elsewhere? Did you just accept that then as the truth, that you weren't to be able to benefit from that?
No, I accepted that would be the spa industry's directive on it, and that I wouldn't be welcome anywhere.
Yeah.
I just found it stressful at a time when you just want to be normal, when I'd probably benefit from a massage more so at any other point in my life.
Yeah.
And again, I couldn't see what damage or harm you could do to me by hands-on massage.
And what were your oncologists saying? You're plugged into a whole medical team and support team in a clinical setting. What were they telling you about, what you could and couldn't do in regards to that?
Now, oncologists are offering holistic treatment and massage alongside conventional medical treatment. Yeah. So, Reiki, massage, aromatherapy treatments, acupuncture, relaxation, Tai Chi, reflexology are all part of your treatment, your programme, your care package.
So there we've got a medical setting, clinical setting, that if anyone should be nervous about the potential dangers of hands-on treatments, it would be led and driven from there, saying it's perfectly okay. In fact, actually, it's more than okay. We're doing it here in the clinical environment, but yet then you present to a spa and salon, and they won't do anything for you.
That's right. You're given so many complementary therapies. Along with your chemotherapy. You obviously have to be well enough to attend, but then that applies to going to a spa. You wouldn't go to a spa if you weren't well enough to have the treatment. And the same applies whether it's through the medical side or whether it's a private personal massage that you're going for, that you're paying for yourself.
Absolutely.
In addition.
Absolutely. And that's the frustration, isn't it? Is, you know, we've talked about this, that, you know, as an industry, we're turning people away that have got up, got dressed and presented. So, you know, by the very law that they've done that, there's something that can be done.
Yeah,
there's some benefits they will get from being in the environment and feeling the power of touch. So Rachel, tell me, I mean, you know, you've been through this kind of scenario now of being brutally turned away at a time you wanted to enjoy the benefits of massage the most. What recommendations and advice, or where would you help direct, you know, friends, family, people that you care about, who are now looking to enjoy the benefits of treatments themselves at a kind of diagnostic period?
Well, obviously I came across your website, and where you highlight businesses that are making changes, that are welcoming.
Yeah.
And I'm sure that list will be growing and growing and growing as the more that spas that you get on board. But Grey Shots also do a wonderful nurturing package. They have 2 nurses on call 24/7. But again, I'm sure that the website will give more and more companies, businesses, as more word of mouth.
Yeah.
But definitely to research it first, because there's nothing worse than being turned away.
Absolutely.
So I think the changes that are coming about, I realise it will be slow, but with every month there'll be more and more businesses that are more embracing.
Yeah. And I think, you know, as you said, I mean, you know, the work we're trying to do with Tpot is to freely and accessibly educate our industry, so there's no need for them to turn people away. So the fear that they have that they can spread cancer and do damage is eradicated in our simple workshops. We're here now as we're hosting a 5-day Train the Train, and we've brought industry leaders together to give them the skills and the knowledge to be able to go out on a volunteer basis and also help run the Tpot 1-day workshops. So we aim by the end of 2018 to be able to have touched all of their spas, salons, clubs and clinics in the UK, so that nobody need be turned away, because we've given them the skills, the confidence and the abilities to just simply adapt to the individual that's presenting. And I know, you know, one of our active board members who's been on board from the beginning with us is Abby Wright from Spa Breaks, and I know she set up recovery retreats you know, sort of many years ago, to highlight just a few of the properties that she knew of that also would safely welcome people with cancer and not leave them in the situation you faced when you were being turned away. So I think you're right, you know, the more work we can do to help people realise that it doesn't need to be this way, you know, the more opportunity people are going to be able to have to access, you know, local salons to them, local clubs, local spas, and get the benefits of treatment, which is great work, isn't it?
It's fantastic, it really is.
Fantastic.